Hey, what's up, everyone? Giles here, back with a Minnesota Wild game recap. The Minnesota Wild win tonight 6-2 over the Buffalo Sabres, and there was really no contest in this hockey game. Nino Niederreiter scored a very nice goal 69 seconds into the hockey game, his first game back since returning in the last 5 games and missing him with injury. And he went on to get the hat trick tonight. Very strong game from the Niederreiter, Granlund, Koivu line, as Mikael Granlund continues to show why he is probably the best player on the hockey team, as he set up a plethora of Minnesota's goals tonight. Very slick passing from Granlund tonight, and good to see Mikko Koivu getting back out there in relatively quick order after leaving the game temporarily after the hit from Rasmus Ristolainen. On the hit, at first glance, yeah, that looked really bad, but you kind of look at the reverse angle, the GIF I put out there from the shot of the Sabres feed, which showed that it was more of a shoulder contact, not an elbow, but the upward trajectory that Ristolainen was going still looked really bad, so I'm not expecting a whole lot from the Department of Player Safety on this, as Ristolainen sat out over 50 minutes of the hockey game, as he obviously got a game misconduct. But, maybe a game, but realistically, not expecting a whole lot from them on this, as they'll probably say, yeah, this is probably enough punishment, as Koivu returned, and as we're used to seeing, a player returning to the game and seemingly unharmed despite the cut on Koivu's upper lip usually signals that probably more just a fine is going to be handed out. So those are my thoughts on that. I know it's not, let's get all fired up, but whatever. So back to the game. Again, as I said earlier in the week before Tuesday's game, this was a week where the Minnesota Wild had to take care of business. They have done so here in the first 2 games, outscoring their opponents 11-3, which is something you want to see. These are very beatable teams, and say what you want about the Wild, but they're taking care of business, and they will have to do so again on Saturday night. But getting the job done here, getting the points they need to get as they just battle to stay in a wild card spot. Very, very good to see them doing that, especially as they return to full strength here tonight with Nino Niederreiter back in the game. So good to see them seemingly getting on all cylinders here, but they have another tough test in Denver Saturday night, as the Avalanche are kind of sticking around. The other day, they were ahead of the Chicago Blackhawks in the standings. I know Colorado has a game in hand, but, the Avalanche aren't as bad as last year's team by far. So expect a quality show from them Saturday night, especially at home, where the Wild have struggled this year. They have not exactly been road warriors like we saw from them last year. Other thoughts from the game. I think that's kind of all of it. Obviously, we covered Granlund, and Jason Zucker still really quiet and not doing a whole lot besides give the puck away, and even just his shot right now, just not doing a whole lot for me. And when he's on, he's got a really good shot, but when he gets into a slump, his shot kind of goes down a little bit. It loses something. So hopefully you can see him get back on track here really quick. Charlie Coyle, the big omelet, notched his second goal in as many games. Tonight he did so with a goalie in net, albeit it was the 6th goal of the night for Minnesota to make it 6-0. Very nice assist from Zach Parise on the goal. So good to see Parise get on the score sheet for the first time this year, and good to see Coyle get his second goal in as many games to get him hopefully on some kind of a role offensively, as the Wild can very much use his service from the third line. So I think that will do it here for me tonight. If you haven't yet, do check out our most recent podcast, episode 131, here on the YouTube channel, or you can find us on iTunes or on SoundCloud. And we will be back on Sunday with a new podcast. Ben and I will be returning to the studio to get going again, recap this week for the Minnesota Wild. And also, if you haven't yet, do leave us an iTunes rating. We do like those. So thank you very much. And yeah, we will be back with you on Saturday for a game preview of Wild versus Avs. We'll talk to you later.